Hello students, welcome to English lecture. Today I am going to give you the explanation from your Prime English Lesson 8, lesson name The Bangle Seller. Students, before giving you the explanation of the poem, let's study about the poet who has written this beautiful poem. Sarojini Naidu. She was born on 1879 till 1949. She was a poet, feminist, and an activist for the Indian independence movement. She was the first Indian woman to become the president of the Indian National Congress. Her published works include The Golden Threshold and The Feather of the Dawn. Naidu was awarded the Kesari Hind Medal by the British government for her work during the plague epidemic in India, which she later returned in protest over the April 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre. For her work in the field of poetry writing, Naidu was given the title of Nightingale of India. Now student, this was the little gist regarding the poet Sarojini Naidu. Let's have a little introduction of the poem. The Bengal sellers are introduced at the start of the poem. These peddlers enumerate the qualities of their product by using adjectives like delicate, bright, rainbow tinted, circles of light. The poem is about a group of bangles sellers who are on their way to the temple fair to sell their bangles. One of them is the narrator of this poem. The Bengal sellers take their bangles to the temple fair to sell them. The poem revolves around bangles, which is an important ornament for embellishment of women in Indian society. Now, student, you have seen in your home your mother, your sister, your grandmother, or whosoever ladies in your home must be wearing bangles in home, in public, or in some parties. So, Bengal is an Indian tradition. Sarojini Naidu has explained this Indian culture or tradition in a beautiful way in the form of poem. The Bengal Sailor is a beautiful poetry which narrates or explores the life of Indian women, the Indian culture and traditions revolving around women. This poem revolves around bangles, which is an important ornament for embellishment of women in India. In the poem, students, you will study the Bengal sellers are at the temple fair and they shout out to the people passing by to have a look at their bangles. They urge them to buy bangles for their daughter and wives. Now, student, let's move further and understand this Bengal seller poem in a detailed way. Let's read the first stanza. Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair, who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light, lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. Now, student, in these lines, the poet is explaining the Bengal sellers are introduced at the start of the poem. Now, they have in the very first line, they have introduced that. The Bengal sellers are, they are present at the temple fair to make a trade for their bangles. These peddlers enumerate the qualities of their product by using adjective like delicate, bright, rainbow tinted, circles of light, means that they are just exaggerating, or they are just flaunting their products with using adjective terms like delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light, means they are just attracting the onlookers who are roaming here and there, so that they buy their bangles from them for their daughter and wives. Now can you see in the last line, for happy daughters and happy wife, they have used the term lustrous. Now student, what is the meaning of lustrous? Lustrous means shiny or attractive. Radiant lives means they are just a lively colors, they are so attractive, so that the onlookers to come and buy these bangles from them for their daughters and wives. Now, student, it is very important to understand the sellers are represented in one voice to emphasize that they all have the same goal and purpose. Now, there is only one goal and one purpose, to sell their bangles for for the ladies, or for the, they are just continuing that Indian tradition, so that all over the, ladies or gents buy these bangles for their wives, for their daughters, and ladies buy for themselves or for their friends or relatives. Now student, let's move further. This is the second stanza of the poem. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the birds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. Now, students, this is the second stanza and it is showcases different kinds of bangles the sellers have. Now, in this stanza, you will find that what kind of different varieties or color or kinds of bangle they are having. Some of these bangles are for young unmarried maidens wrist. Unmarried maidens this means for the young girls and who are not married, and they are, they are full of life. For those girls, they are having bangles. They are colored silver and blue, resembling the mountain mist. Now student, it is very important that poet has used different kinds of color for different age. Now they are colored silver and blue, resembling the mountain mist for the unmarried girls. Others are pink and light red in color, two tender flower buds blossoming near a woodland stream. Means woodland stream means they are just these pink and red color are for the girls who are, about to married, or there are some, there are some girls who are, getting married or about to married or got married. So these are pink and light red color are for flower birds blossoming near a woodland stream. Now there are some green colored bangles glowing fresh and pure newborn leaves. Now the green color bangles are for glowing fresh and pure newborn leaves. They are, newborn leaves color. The when you see a leaf, when, when those leaves just about to born, so those kind of color they are having in on the bangles. This represents the fact that in Indian society, different colored bangles are worn by women in different phases of their life. Now, this complete stanza depicts the youthful stage in a woman's life. Now, this stanza is just completely giving the youthful stage in a woman's life. Now, these colors, these green color, pink, red, and silver, blue, resembling, these are the, youthful color for the young ladies. So, this second stanza is completely dedicated for the youthful stage in a woman's life. Now, student, let's move further. Some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. Some like the flame of her marriage fire, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire, tinkling, luminous, tender, and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. Now, this is just third stanza of the poem. Now, in this, the seller point to the bangles are colored like fields of sunlit corn. They are fit for a ground woman on her bridal morning. Other bangles are bright red, just like the flame of the marriage fire. When marriage is happening, then there is a flame which is called a marriage fire in the Hindu bridal ceremony. Now, the red bangles indicate her heart's desire and passion for new life as a bride and wife. It point to the transition that a woman makes from a maiden daughter to a wife. Now, this is a transformation of a young girl into a, now she's a daughter. Now she's about to become a wife. So she is wearing. You have always seen that young ladies or bridal women always wear red color bangles. So it is a Indian tradition that when a woman got married, or she is on her marriage, she always wear red color bangles because they are bright, they are lustrous, they are beautiful, they are just like a marriage fire, and it indicates her heart desire and passion for her new life as she's entering to the new era, new life with a new people, and now her heart is desiring for the love, for the happiness, for the rest of the or rest of her life. Now, student, I hope you have understood this stanza also. Now, we are moving on the last stanza, that is the fourth stanza of this poetry. Some are purple and gold flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the God at her husband's side. Now, in these stanzas, students, it is the final stanza. Now, the Bengal seller talk about bangles that are purple and gold flecked gray. Now, again, poet is explaining the color purple and gold flecked gray. These are perfect for middle-aged women who have journeyed through life and raised their children and a family. Now, just like our mother who have middle-aged and completed their journey, and they raise their children and family and settled their life, almost they have settled their life. Now these women have fulfilled their household duties with pride and commitment, and showed devotion to their God with sincere prayer alongside with their for their husbands. Now the poet extols the qualities of a good wife and mother. Some of the student poet has used the figure of speech also, like he's using as and like. They're just similar preposition, as simile is a figure of speech where one thing is directly compared to another using preposition like as and like. Now they're just comparing when we do a kind of like silver and blue as the mountain mist. These are the the poet have has used figure of speech simile. Now in these lines, student, it is very important to understand that the poet is talking, or the bangle seller is introducing purple color or gold flecked color for the middle aged woman. Now middle aged women always wear these types of colors just to represent the now, student, it is very important to understand that poet has used different color. They talk about culture, tradition of Indian society during poet's period. She has tried to symbolize feeling and emotions of women, and the main idea and the theme of the poem is showcase and explain about various stages involved in women's life by by emphasizing different color used in the form of poetry or in the form of bangle. The poet is just showing the Indian culture in a beautiful way. Now, students, it is very important to understand that one of the prominent theme in Sarojini Naidu's poem is the vibrancy of Indian cultural tradition. In her poem, The Bengal Seller, she has presented that vibrancy through the various colors of bangles that girls and women of different ages like to wear in a typical Indian society. This very purpose has allowed the poet to present some well crafted color imageries throughout the poem, like the pink and reddish bangles are compared to the birds that peep from the calm and quiet bank, tranquil brow of a river that flows through the woods. Now, again, some of the bangles are glowing like the green leaves, which are shiny with the bloom uh, that cleaves those newborns leave in a bush. Now, the yellow bangles are compared to the field of sunlit corn, as they represent the happiness and joy of a prosperous life ahead. Now, again, the bride's red bangles are compared to the flame of a marriage fire, as it represents the passion and desire of a newly made relationship. Now the poet has compared different color, yellow, red, pink, silver. The poet has compared her bridal laughter and bridal tear with the tinkling, luminous, tender, and clear bangles, which seems to express her joy and sorrow well. The poet has also presented the purple and gold flecked grey bangles for the women who have journeyed through life midway, purpose and gold flecked bangles. These are the different colors which is used by the poet, just to it is the imageries which is the main attraction of the poem. It is just giving the importance of Indian tradition, Indian culture, and the different stages of women through like purple, and purple color is the midway woman age, and like red color for the, for the new bride. Yellow color is like a sunlit flowers, and that pink color and the silver color is for the youthful color and for the young ages girl. So in this way, Sarojini Naidu is also explaining the different stages of women, as well as different choice of colors at different stage of life. So students, I hope you have understood the poem in a better way. On my next PPT, I have given you the detailed question answers along with word meaning of this poetry. So keep on watching the video, and keep on updating your work. And thank you for watching video and checking my PPT. Thank you and have a good day.